Hi, the Lee Farnell here, and welcome to Leading Your Best Life. Today we're going to talk about getting the most out of a team dynamics, team harmony, team performance, and a tool that we use which makes an incredible difference, not only in terms of making it easy for people to work together and get what we call flow, but better for business results, better for sales, better for profitability, better for staff retention and engagement. It's so good. Stay with us. Let's talk about it. Welcome back. I'm reminded of the song from Barbara Streisand, People who need people. She says, are the luckiest people in the world. But I'm sure if you're a manager or a business owner, at times you go, mate, I'm not so lucky. Some of the people that I work with are such pains in the necks. Why aren't they performing at the level I want? Why aren't they doing what I bloody well want them to do? It's so frustrating. I'm going mad. In fact, often business owners say the biggest problem we've got is our people. But you know what? At the end of the day, if you're going to grow a business, you're going to scale, you're going to make sales, you're going to build an asset, you're going to help customers, you're going to make a difference in the world, you need to be obviously working with people and working with people very effectively. And even more to the point, when you've got people on payroll, on salary, whether it's 50 grand a year, 30 grand a year, 100 grand a year, 300 grand a year, whatever the number is, you want to get the most out of those people. And I'm reminded, by the way, of Andrew Carnegie had one of his managers. He actually paid this person, Schwartz, I think his name was, Schwartz, over $1 million a year. This is before the Second World War, around the First World War, actually. And they said, why do you pay this guy so much money? How much? What does he know about steel? Because Andrew Carnegie was in American Iron and Steel. He said it's not about his knowledge of steel; it's his knowledge of how to work with people and get the most out of the people that work with him. And so that's a whole story in itself of what went on there. And Carnegie went on to sell the company for hundreds of millions of dollars, and Schwartz made a fortune himself. But then, without working with Carnegie, Schwartz ran off the rails himself and ended up losing it all. So that's bizarre in itself, which again comes back to who we work with, which is why we have this fantastic tool that we use, which does an X-ray of the team dynamics in your organization. And more to the point, it actually shows who should be in what job and how they should be working together. And the reason I'm talking about this is because only yesterday I was talking to a new team member of one of my clients, and I was showing him the profile of the energy systems, the flow and trust building tool that we use. And I said, in most cases, if people looked at these numbers, they'd make no sense at all until I interpreted the numbers for them. And again, that's what you use a financial controller for, or an accountant. You look at a spreadsheet and go, okay, so what is that set of numbers telling us? And all of a sudden they can tell you, well, you're not doing enough on marketing there, you're spending too much over there, that needs to be cut, you need to rearrange these numbers in a way that is going to give you way better results. And here we've done this time and time again with this tool that we have, a team dynamics tool, a team dynamic analysis tool, a team dynamic audit tool, a team dynamic X-ray tool, to go, okay, here you have this group of people on your team, you want to get this particular result, but look at the way it's structured. You've actually got people who should be deal making in accounting, and you've got people in accounting who should be out doing marketing, or you've got people who are got leadership skills and capacity, but you haven't got them in leadership positions. Now, we've done this in the past where I can remember one of the clients, it was a hotel, wanted to make more sales. When we did this analysis, we saw that the person who was best suited for sales was actually in accounts, that a person in a management role shouldn't have been in a management role, didn't want to be in a management role. A person who should have been in a management role wasn't in a management role. We did some rejigging, and as a result, this company went on to make well over $2 million extra in the following year, let alone people being happier, staff retention was greater. Then, of course, when you've got good people who are happy working somewhere, they then tell their friends, so birds of a feather flock together, so you end up recruiting even better people to your team. A whole range of things happen when you know who should be in what role. And that's why I suggest to you that you find out about our team dynamics audit, our team dynamics study, and it's a simple profile that we do on each of the people in the team. Could be 5 people, 10 people, 20 people, whatever the number is. It's not that expensive at all, incredibly affordable. And to tell you the truth, if you haven't done this and you haven't run a workshop where people start to realize, how do we play to each other's strengths? So literally yesterday, the fellow I was talking to had a particular personality style, very strong in ideas and innovation, and also very strong in systems and numbers, finances, very strong. In fact, and when we put it in the profile, I'm looking at the team right now, he actually scores highest on numbers and systems. So I said, clearly, if there's a problem, this guy is going to immediately see how to improve the system. And in this case, we're looking at the marketing BD system, and immediately he has systems and ideas on how to improve it. We went through various team members to show, hey, there's a guy on the team here who is fantastic with people, but in fact, he's very bad with numbers. And what we did with this particular person was to say, we need to team him up because he's good at seeing opportunities, building relationships with clients, not so good at closing. And even when he does do deals, the margin is so poor to the point where he's always giving the work away. So we said, okay, we've got to team him up with you, who could then go out with him on deals to actually help both propose the deal, protect the margin, and actually close the deal. And so I can interpret these numbers, and here we've got another person who I said, look at this person, a fantastic ideas person. So immediately if you've got a problem, go to this person because they'll be able to come up with an idea very quickly and get it into action very quickly. There's another person here who's very risk averse. So again, we've got an idea, go to this person, so where can it go wrong? What do we need to do to actually improve the idea, or at least mitigate the risk, take the risk out of the problem? At the same time, we're saying this particular person is very, very low on extroversion and people orientation. So don't say to them, you're going to be the person going out doing the networking. Yeah, they can do it, but they're going to be so far out of their comfort zone and so ineffectual. And we said, there's a whole range of people. There's 2 key people, probably 3 key people there. We need to get out in front of clients more, particularly at the lead generation and promotion level. So you've got a group of people. Here are 10. I said, okay, there's probably somewhere between 800,000 and 1.5 million in wages alone, let alone other costs in having those people in the seats. Take a look at how many people are on your team. What is the salary component? What are the on-cost component? And therefore, I recommend you invest $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 to get to know the strengths of these people, so they get to be able to know each other's strengths so they can play to their strengths. We talk about the context of fruit bowl. You know, human beings come together under a roof working for a company. People assume that, okay, give them a job, give them a desk, give them a phone, they know what to do. No, they often don't know what their strengths are. Often people are quite blind to their strengths. Even the fellow I was talking to, once we got talking, he said, you're right, these are my strengths, and they are the preferred or the default positions I take when there's a problem. I will straight away look for the system. I will straight away look at the facts and the numbers. Not everybody does that. Others will immediately go to, who do I know who can solve this problem for me? The deal maker. Or I've got to get a team around a table to solve this problem. People approach things in different ways based on their personality, based on their predominant style. So you need to know this. It's super valuable information. You want to find out more about our team dynamic analysis, our team dynamic workshop, so you can not only find out how to play to the strengths of the people in your team, how to manage them better, how to communicate with them better, but how to structure it so you've got the right people in the right positions playing to their strengths, rather than the old story trying to make round pegs fit into square holes and then wonder why you're frustrated and they're frustrated. You want to find out more, touch base with me, reach out, say, hey Lee, tell me more about the team dynamic profile and how it could work in our business and why it's great value and how it's so affordable. Touch base with me. Team dynamics, people who need people. We all need people in business, so let's work together. to minimise friction, maximise performance, and there are tools to do that. We can do it for you. Touch base, because I really am passionate about putting wings on your business, performance development, helping you be the best business you possibly can be. Thanks for listening. I'm Lee Farnell. Look forward to hearing from you. See you next time.